Sports Talk, and this is yet another episode of Friday Night Wives, and that's brought to you by Aligned Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. And when you're looking for that, look for Michael DeLozier. He's your hookup on all things insured. I'm going to go ahead and claim that. And I'm here tonight with Gadsden City coaches, and I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves. I'll start here.
Holly Troup.
I'm Mesha Smith.
And together, we're your Friday Night Wives, even though I'm not a wife or I really don't do anything handy on Friday nights. I just wander the sidelines and take pictures of children. Not in a weird way, though. Like, you know, the shots that parents would want, I'm assuming, most of those things. So, Bo was saying that your husbands went to high school together?
Yes, they both went to Emma Sansom.
That's a back in the day school.
Yes, it is.
Now that it's gone, that's back in the day.
Yes.
And did you guys go to high school with your husbands, or are you guys like Gadsden transplants?
No, I went to Gadsden High School.
I went to Etowah.
Okay, so you guys are all from here, though. Like, it's not like you're like, well, I went to Mother of Mercy in Louisiana.
No.
Okay.
No.
I grew up
Born and raised.
So did you guys know each other in high school?
No.
Did you know your husbands in high school?
No.
Do you count your blessing that you didn't? I'm just playing. Don't answer that.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, you know. Now, what were you? Did you know yours?
No, he's a little bit older than me.
Like older than Bo is than me. 40 years.
Yeah, kind of.
No. Close. 39. How much older?
Just 4 years.
Oh, that's not. Girl. I have a friend who, like, if they were not 10 years older than her, Jill would be like, he's too young for me. And I'm like, Jill, oh my God, Jill. Like, that's her thing. She's like, 10 is as low as she'll go. Like, if they're not at least 10 years older than her, she won't even, she wouldn't. She's married now to a very nice old man named Dean. We love Dean. I'm just waiting on life support to kick in. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. We love you, Columbo. We love you. So how did you meet your husbands? That seems to be the thing that people are the most concerned with. And who wants to start? Y'all want to play rock, paper, scissors for it? I don't have a husband. It doesn't matter. Okay, you go.
Kevin's dad coached football for the Rams. My dad helped coach at the Rams. My brother played football, and Kevin played football together. Kevin and Kevin, brother and husband. And
at least you never forget his name.
And I was like the mascot on the cheerleading. The Rams A team.
Okay.
I was the mascot. So I always knew Kevin Troup just because of his dad and my dad coaching and everything. Well, years and years and years later, we happened to see each other at what used to be the Sing, which is now the Shell on the mountain. And he was like, we were at the gas pumps, and he was like, are you Holly? And I'm like, yeah. And he was like, Kevin's sister, Holly? And I was like, yeah. It's like, you know, and he strikes up a conversation. Hey, what's been going on? How's your brother? You know,
of course
that kind of line, you know.
Of course he did.
And so then, like, a week later, he calls my house, and he's like, hey, what's going on? And so we went out, and that's when the supper club was open.
The supper club?
Yes. It was down Old Highway 11.
Okay.
And he was like, hey, you want to go to the supper club? And I'm like, supper club?
The supper club? No, because I'm 20.
It was a place you went, you could bring your own drinks. And they had steaks, and they had karaoke on the weekends.
Let's bring the supper club back.
Yeah.
All in favor.
So we went out. That was our first date, and been together ever since.
So he just wowed you at the supper club.
Yeah.
You say the supper club, and it sounds like the cafeteria at a nursing home. Like, you're going to the supper club. They had red velvet carpet. Like, it was awesome. Peanut gallery here.
Peanut gallery. It was Kevin at UAB, grad assistant at that time. Under Bartow?
Let's see. He did not leave until the following summer.
Okay.
Yeah, he was still actually at Athens.
Okay.
So how old were you when you guys got together?
I was 18.
Okay. So okay. He outpunted his coverage, I feel like. He's done a great job. And now it's your turn. Your turn.
Well, let's see. Me and Ali met summer of '97. I had just graduated high school.
Whoop.
And Ali had been at Alabama State for about 5 years. Because he graduated, Ali's 7 years older than I am.
Okay.
So he had already been to college for like 5 years.
Was he in college for 5 years doing the right things, or was he in college being Van Wilder?
Well, I think he was being Van Wilder.
I was
He
Van
had
Wilder.
absolutely nothing accomplished while he was at Alabama State for 5 years.
I was Van Wilder. I still don't have a degree.
So by the time he got, well, I think what happened was his mom and dad kind of just made him come home. They're like, you're not doing anything, so just come on home.
That's a very expensive party.
Yeah. So he had to come home and get his life together. So we met that summer. Mind you, I'm just out of high school.
But you're on track.
I'm on track. I'm
Okay.
on my way to Jacksonville State in
She's
the
ready.
fall. I knew I was going to nursing school. He eventually went back, but he started coaching at Emma Simpson. He got a job coaching at Emma Simpson. So he was doing pretty good.
Right.
You know, he wanted to coach. You know, he had been in sports all his life.
Right.
So he was doing okay. So, you know, we pretty much have been together ever since. We've had our breakups and stuff over the years. We've only been married for about 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we have a 16-year-old. We did have a kid before marriage, so
No,
we're the big sinners. But anyway,
Hey.
we have a 16-year-old, and we kind of parted ways for a while, for several years. Actually, until Kamar was about 14, and then we decided, you know what, I think we just need to be together. It was nothing else for us to do but get married, so
Right.
that's what we did. So
I feel
now
like-
we have our little 2-year-old. She's the highlight of our lives, so.
Sorry, big kid. You're out. She's in.
I mean, we love him too, you know, but you know,
No, I get
she's quite different.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, she's quite different, and she came at a good time. You know, we're older, so.
I just feel like I just want you to say, like, I called him and I said, you know what I don't hate? Your face. Like, it's not going to make me sick to look at it every day, so you can just bring it on back.
Yeah, just come on back.
Bring it back.
You know, there ain't nothing else for us to do. We've been together this long. And,
I mean, I love it.
yeah,
Like, that's...
it's kind of a sweet story, but you know.
I mean, it'd make a great movie.
Yeah.
Let's make a movie.
Definitely make a great movie.
Let's make a movie about it.
Who would play Coach Ollie Smith?
Who would play Coach Ollie Smith?
Kevin Hart.
No.
He's taller than that.
I don't know.
Kevin Hart would play Coach Ollie Smith. He's got a serious side.
I like Will Smith.
No.
No.
I love
We're
Will Smith.
serious.
You know Will Smith?
I love Will Smith.
I love
but-
you, Will Smith. Deion Sanders.
You cannot just push Deion Sanders on everybody.
You gotta explain that.
Deion Sanders
That's
is
her idol.
yes, like
Really?
yes.
Oh God.
I love him. I tweet him all the time. He's never tweeted me back. But I tweet him all the time. I've invited him to Bo Starkey's house before because there was one time on Twitter he was like, I'm looking for some good Southern cooking. And I was like, I know a place. I'll DM you the address.
Tell him to come to Supper Club.
The supper club. If we brought the supper club back,
He might come.
he might
He
come.
might come.
But yes, I think Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, can't
Got
beat him.
Michael B. Jordan. He'd kill it.
Okay. But then who'd be Coach Ollie Smith's wife?
I think I'm out.
You pray about it down there.
You guys.
All right. Well, now it's really with me. He's really thinking about this. Because I'm thinking, too, in the back of my mind, who would play Coach Ollie Smith's wife? I don't know.
That's a good one.
That is a good
We don't
one.
know.
We don't know. We'll think about it, though. Look, Bo's going to look people up.
I know the girl's not gonna figure it out.
Oh, my God. I know the girl's name. He's going to be like, who played that girl that was the receptionist in I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry? Like, what? Google is it's a great thing. Josh is flagging you down there, Bo.
That's the name of
Yeah,
it.
y'all just go ahead.
Okay, we've been ditched out of the conversation. But now you said that Kevin used to line, and that tickles me because I feel like out of doing this, this is what, week 8 that we've been doing this. I think this is our 8th
I think
episode.
it is, yeah.
And Coach Etheridge's wife, Allison, said, he came up to me and he's like, hey, you have a belly button ring? Because they're at a pool, and I was like, wait, really, Coach Etheridge? Like, that was his line? Like, you got a belly button ring? Like, that was what he said? She's like, yeah, it was a line. I was like, wow, that was a line, all right. Like, I don't know that anyone will ever be able to top the, hey, you have a belly button ring.
Mm-hmm.
No. So that's, I mean, hey, you pumping gas? Like, yeah.
I found it.
Okay,
How do you pronounce it?
Zoe.
Zoe Saldana.
Yes. That's her.
who? Okay.
I'm impressed.
I like it.
I'll
Michael
take
B.
it.
Jordan and her.
I'll take it.
The Smiths.
I'll take it.
Well, that's already, what is it, Meet the Smiths? Meet the Smiths. That movie with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. I think your movie's already been made. Like
Mr.
they
and
did.
Miss Smith.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was thinking of Meet the Fockers. That's the Meet You movie.
Meet the parents.
Meet the Parents. Oh, yeah. My bad. Well, you know. My mom's so proud of me. So I want to know, have you guys, like, I know that you moved and you've been at Gadsden City. Coach Ollie Smith has been there. So what was it like? Like, did you guys, like, because I feel like you guys have known each other longer than just, like, hey, this is the new coach's wife. So was it fun, like, reuniting, and it feels so good? Like, do you guys hang? Is this a...
Oh yeah, I mean Kevin and Coach Smith, they coached together at Sansom,
That's right.
football and basketball. Kevin was the head basketball coach. Well, he was assistant when he first started, and then was the head coach after Coach Baker left.
Okay.
When Coach Baker left, then Kevin got the head varsity job and hired Ali as his assistant basketball coach. And so they coached together at Sansom until they consolidated. And then when they consolidated, then Kevin left. He went to Gadsden City for a year as the assistant athletic director. And then he was like, I don't want to do this. I want to coach. And so that's when Kevin went to Southside.
Okay.
And
So you guys have been,
Yeah.
I feel like y'all have been all over Etowah. Is it Etowah County? Is that what it is here in
Yeah,
Gadsden?
it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's, I mean, I was thinking the other day, I was typing something out, and I was like, Calhoun County, and then I was like, and then I was like, the Gadsden area? Like, what is it? What are they? Who are they? It's like, you know, you got Cherokee County, which, I mean, that's where I'm from. Like, if I didn't know that, thought there'd be a lot of high school teachers that were like, Tara, really? Really? But I feel like I said that anyway, so it's okay. It's okay if they're.
It is.
I feel like most people are disappointed. And now I need to know, like, I'm on a quest for the perfect lashes. Do you get your lashes extended, or is that just some really great mascara, or what?
Because of this interview, I had to get my makeup done because I look like nobody.
No.
Most of the time. So,
Lies.
I don't know. The girl just come over and did my makeup. She put these lashes on. They'll be off tonight.
You
so.
look fantastic.
Thank you. Thank
Who
you.
did that?
Her name is Sanaa Price. And
Shout
she
out
does makeup.
Sanaa.
Yeah, she does makeup all the time. So
Man,
she's my go-to girl.
I love it. That's
Thank
what I
you.
was telling you guys. My 5-year-old has decided that she watches YouTube constantly, and she'll like hold up palettes like in the car, like because I keep makeup in the car because I'm never home. Like I'm always going, and she's like, Mom, this gold here that I'm about to put on my eye, and this blue, and I'm like,
That's really good.
but that's what she's asking for Christmas is like makeup and a vanity and a pair of Ray-Bans.
Oh, cool.
I was like,
And she's how old?
5.
Cool girl.
So she doesn't get that Maserati for her 16th birthday. She's gonna be really upset.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So and you've got Haley Troup she plays basketball at Missouri. Super cool. And can you tell us the story of Haley's car, or are we crossing a line on this? We can have Josh edit it out if we need to.
No, it's fine.
That's just one of those things. I feel like it's a good one.
It is a good one.
It's a good one.
So this past Saturday morning, I get a call, just real nonchalant. Hey, Mom, my car got stolen. Oh, really? Okay. How did that happen? Oh, well, I really don't know. Okay, did you leave the keys in it? Did you, was there anything in the car? Yeah, my wallet.
Oh,
wow.
gosh.
Okay.
Like, no.
So, yeah, so her car got stolen. And the thing is, this is like the third time that she has been involved in an instance. In different instances, their house got broke into last year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then the second time they come back to break in, she was there. And so she started just, making racket, and they went away.
Wow.
Yeah. And so then she gets online and buys her a camera and sets a camera up outside. So it's hooked to her phone.
Mm-hmm.
So she's home. She had come home right after that. And we're sitting there one night and her phone starts going bloop, bloop, bloop. And it's because the motion, it's a motion.
Mm-hmm.
And so we look on her phone and there's these guys that are in nothing but rubber boots.
We're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody!
Trampling through the snow in front of her house, running around the front porch, down the side of the house. And we're like, what is this?
But why?
We have no idea. We don't know if it was some type of just, fun thing, joke, or we don't know. I said, do you think that's the guys that broke into your house?
I hope they were clothed when they did that. Boy, just imagine them sitting on her couch naked taking inventory. Like, you got the VCR, like, I got the VCR.
Mm-hmm.
You get the phone chargers, I got the phone chargers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So those are fun college stories.
Fun college stories.
Yeah.
I don't have any of those. I don't have any break. I do have a break-in story, actually. When I was in labor with Madden, I had this theory that, like, if you left the porch light on, people would leave it alone because, people could see. Like, your neighbors, because we were in a neighborhood where, like, you could spit into someone's kitchen from your front porch. Just like, right into there. And so, like, I'm in labor, and I had a cat. His name was Raider, and he was my whole world.
Here, kitty, 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 come kitty! Here, kitty, 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 come kitty, come kitty, come kitty, here, kitty, come kitty, come kitty, come.
And he obviously had to take him to the hospital. I think they would have frowned on that. Maybe. I don't know. I should have tried. But someone came to our house, and they just shoulder checked the door. And he had been at a party, and he was on an acid trip. And so he didn't steal anything. But the alarm was going off, so he rips it off the wall and, like, wrapped it in baby blankets and put it in the closet of Madden's nursery. And he passed out in our bed, naked. And so the alarm company calls us at the hospital, and they're like, have you guys was the door? Was everything okay? And I'm like, oh, we're at the hospital. They just placed an epidural at this point. And I was like, no, we're at the hospital. And they're like, we'll dispatch the police. So then, of course, I'm worried, like, calling the nurses, like, can someone get this epidural out? Like, I'm afraid my cat's going to get out. And they're like, ma'am, you have to stay here. And I was like, will you just take this out? I'm going to check on the cat, and then I'll come back. And they're like, no. So I had to call my grandmother, my poor grandmother, and I had her drive across town to go into the house where the alarm's going off, because at that point I wasn't thinking, like, there could be a serial killer in our house. I'm thinking, someone's letting the cat out. And they took him to jail in his underwear, and that was that. Like, he was he said that he was trying to get into, he was house sitting for someone in our neighborhood and realized he forgot his keys, so he just decided he'd shoulder check the door and sit in that house, I suppose.
Come on in.
That's how she met them.
That's not, that's not how I met them.
And what movie was it that was playing in the hospital?
Oh, Semi-Pro.
Yes.
Yes.
And she was very adamant that it remained playing.
Yes, that was, I had TV, and that's what Madden was born to, was Semi-Pro with Will Ferrell. I'm a great mom. My kid is gonna be, what's your kid gonna be for Halloween?
I have no idea.
Still?
I'm a terrible mom. Yeah, I have no idea.
Well, does she change her mind a lot?
Well, she's going to.
Well, that, I mean,
So she don't really, it don't matter. I mean, I might go pick some up at Walmart tomorrow.
but I get that.
Yeah.
Because Madden will go through, and they're extremes. Like, it's not like you could go buy something and then make it into something else. It's like Madden's like, I'm going to be a zombie, I'm going to be a black cat. And then she's like, please don't call anybody on this. But now she's going to be Louise Belcher from Bob's Burgers, which is wildly inappropriate. And I apologize for Grandma right now. But she's dead set on it, so I finally, I pulled the trigger yesterday, and I said, Madden, I'm ordering this now. Like, you cannot back out of this, because, my original plan was to wait till Saturday morning and just go to Walmart and be like, whatever's here is yours. You're
That's me.
welcome to be.
That is
Because-
for me.
And you're past that point, right? Like, you don't have to dress any children up, do you?
Yeah.
See, so lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Well,
miss
they've
it?
already got
Uh,
it. He and his girlfriend are dressing up as Little Red Riding Hood and the wolf.
is she going to be the wolf?
So,
Fine. But that would be hilarious. Remember that for next year, okay? So I'm going to circle back because this is our other favorite question here. But I want to know how your menfolk proposed to put you on the path to have to dress your children for Halloween costumes. We'll start with you. You're thinking too hard. Like, is this a story that we don't need?
no,
Is this just like,
I don't know.
How he proposed to get married?
yeah, how you
Yeah.
proposed to get married?
She don't remember.
Yeah, I remember.
She's trying to find the right words.
So we were just going to eat, and I always loved at the falls where you used to go in at the falls,
Right.
and pay for the train. You know, the little rock seating
Mm-hmm.
that was right there before. I always loved that. It was always so pretty, and especially in the fall, beautiful to look over right there. And so we were going to eat, and he stopped at the falls, and I'm like, okay, what are we doing? He's like, oh, let's just walk down here. And so that's where he carried me, and that's where he proposed.
Do you remember what he asked? Did he say anything? Do you have a speech, or was it just like, yo, Holly, let's do the thing?
No, he was just like, I was just going to know, I've talked to your mom and dad, got it okay with them. Will you marry me? And I was like, what? Yeah, sure.
Okay. I guess if you already talked to my parents.
Yeah.
And how long have y'all been married now?
We have actually been married for 24 years.
Okay. So that was the proposal. It stuck,
Yes.
clearly. And now I feel like you've got like a tale to tell.
No, not really.
Nothing exciting?
No.
You weren't skydiving and he didn't put it on a string to your finger?
No.
One day I'm going to get a proposal story like that. Like, oh, we're just rock climbing in Belize.
No.
Not from a coach.
But
Yeah,
We
he's
cost
not
it to
very
me at halftime.
creative. He's not very
I
creative.
have a story about that though.
okay, let's get this one. I want to know yours, and then I want to know about our halftime story.
Well, I mean, it was Christmas Eve, and we was actually over his grandmother's house for their little Christmas. They do every year. They do it on Christmas Eve instead of Christmas. And I mean, we were just with family, and he was like, "Let's go ride somewhere, just me and you. Let's leave Kamara here. Let's just go. Me and you hang out for a little while." So we left, and it was. I mean, it wasn't late. It was dark, but it wasn't late. We just ran around, and he just starts talking, and Ali talks all the time. Y'all around here for 5 minutes, y'all be like, man, this dude talks so much.
More than Bo?
Huh?
More than Bo?
It's on the same level.
Probably, maybe neck and neck.
Man.
But, and I'm just listening to him, and he's just going on and on about, everything we've been through, and, how it's just time to just settle down and be together and, just life pretty much. And I was listening, but I wasn't listening. You know what I mean? Because I'm so used to him talking a lot. So,
shooting back.
I was listening, but, it was like, I hear you, but I'm doing something else. So probably looking at my phone, something. And then he just stops all of a sudden. He's like, I want you to marry me. And I said, I couldn't believe it at first. And I'm real emotional. So I got really, really teary-eyed. Like, I started to cry. Because it was kind of out of nowhere, but at the same time, it was time. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he just said, will you marry me? And I was like, well, yeah. Duh.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
I've
Might
been
as
there
well.
before because you hear the same monotone, and then you hear a change in pitch, and you're like, well, that was a question.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. So it was to me, it was really, really sweet. It kind of caught me off guard. That was the best thing about it. I wasn't expecting it. So.
I love it.
Yeah. I love it.
Did he cry when he walked down the aisle?
I don't remember him crying. I remember our son crying though.
Oh no, that's precious.
Yeah, we have got pictures of him just bawling, crying. He was.
Did Kevin cry when you walked down the aisle? You should have turned around and said, I ain't doing this until you act the right way. There better be tears shed when I come down that aisle. Then Spellman, if you don't cry, but I've already told myself I'm going to turn around, I'm going to go back, and I'm going to give you one more shot. If you're not crying by then, pack it up.
I'm done.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
That's sweet, though.
Well, thanks.
I love that. I love it. So tell me about halftime.
Well, it's not really halftime.
Okay.
It's just the whole. So, Kevin asked me to marry him, and that summer, we had already decided we were going to get married in October. I love October.
Me too.
And he loves the number 12.
Okay.
So it was like, okay, you can pick the day, and I'm picking the month.
Right.
So that June, I believe, he got a call from Terry Harris, which was the principal at Emma Sansom, and said, hey, do you want to come back and coach at Emma Sansom? At this point, Kevin was at UAB as graduate assistant for the basketball team. And he was like, oh, yes, that would be great. Come back to my alma mater, coach. That was just his dream.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, so you're going to coach football, basketball? Yeah, I'm going to coach football and basketball.
All the
Okay,
things.
football season is in October.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting married October 12th. Oh, yeah, it'll be fine. So the season starts. We've got the wedding planned, everything. And we decided together that we were going to go to Gatlinburg. We both love Gatlinburg. It's beautiful up there in the fall. We're going to go to Gatlinburg. All of our family's going, all of our friends, everybody's going. So come October the 12th, well, Friday night there was a ball game.
Right.
So I went on up, and he had to wait till the ball game was over, and a friend of his drove him up. So in the meantime, while I'm trying to plan, okay, what all we're going to do while we're there, he lowers the bomb. I have to be back for film on Sunday. And I'm like, oh, okay. Woohoo!
I wish. Did you punch him?
No.
You can tell us. It's a safe space.
No. I just said, okay, well then we'll plan a honeymoon some other time.
Did you get your honeymoon?
No.
I demand you get a honeymoon. And it should be somewhere big. Like,
I think once we get the kids out of the house
somewhere
and
bigger than Gatlinburg.
grown and gone,
Yeah.
then we're just going.
Oh, I got news for you. Ask my parents. We just keep coming back. My parents still haven't had a honeymoon. I'm 30 and my parents still can't have a honeymoon. I ain't never going nowhere. remember that, Rhonda, James Blanchard? Y'all are getting rid of me. I really want Ben to buy the house that's just 2 doors down from my parents, and that I can, anytime something goes wrong, I can stick my head out the door and be like, Dad, ceiling fan's not working.
Yeah.
And he can come in and tinker with it until we need like a real repairman to come do it. It'd be great. Be neighbors. Yeah, well, I hope you get your honeymoon.
Yeah.
Justice for the Troup honeymoon. Trip for Troup. That's what we're going to have to do.
That's right.
It's the hashtag. We're going to start a GoFundMe. Hey, you're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Social media, I'm on it. Did you get a honeymoon?
I did.
Okay, where did we
We
go?
went to New York.
Oh, wow.
We went to New York.
How was it?
It was nice. I probably wouldn't want to go back. I mean, it was my first time. Ollie had already been to New York maybe once or twice already.
A little world traveler you've married.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And so I told him, I was like, I want to go to New York. I've never been, and I've always wanted to go when it was hot and not cold. We got married in July, so it's perfect weather. So, yeah, we went and
Was it
stayed.
an outdoor wedding?
Yes, it was.
Did you sweat to death?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. We all did.
It's
That's what you wanted?
It's an
Yeah.
element rite of
Hey.
passage.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but did it smell like hot garbage? I've heard that
It
before.
did. It
Okay.
was very nasty. That's why I said I don't want to go back. One experience of that is enough for me.
Did you go to Serendipity? That's the one question that I have. That's
No.
the hot chocolate. Is it hot chocolate?
I
Is
never
that the-
been to New York.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I've been there several times. There's a bunch of them though. There's not just like one of them.
Oh, it's not just the one. Did you eat a hot dog from a street cart?
I don't think we did that. No.
Did you stop and get you a Sbarro pizza slice?
Oh, that's the best pizza in the world. Don't come.
Is that what they sell at the mall too?
That's
It used to be.
if
I-
you watch
now
The
it's
Office,
different.
Michael Scott went to New York City. He was like stopping off at Sbarro.
Why are you shaking your head?
It's nowhere near the best pizza there. Just go ahead.
What is the best pizza?
Yeah, Bo,
It's
tell
on
us.
46 and 6. It's called Papseria's.
Is it
See-
the original?
Bo
It's
too.
on
is-
one.
He's a world track. Like
Yes,
Bo's been
like
everywhere.
everywhere you get on Facebook,
Bo's somewhere. Yes. But see, now that we know where he keeps his keys, we can just throw keys at Bo's house.
Because he's
If
going.
you want to know where Bo Star he keeps the spare key, at me. It's Blanche 0421. And for the right price,
We will
I'll
not make U-turns in your neighbor's yard.
we will not. Yeah, that neighbor was not. I had this visual of Bo like throwing dirt in the holes, and showing up with like sand from Walmart.
Hey, I went to that ditch down there and was carrying 5-gallon buckets.
Oh,
The Starkies get after it like help the yard.
Yeah. And it's not
And just like and Winter Wonderlands.
These people I hang out with, I'm telling you, they're great. I just hate that Misty wasn't here for you guys to meet Misty. Well, you know Misty, don't you? Have you met Misty yet?
No.
Oh, Misty can throw down on decorating. We need her to open her own interior design place. We do. And speaking of people's careers, you did become a nurse.
I
you
did
said.
become a nurse.
So you stayed on path. Like you
I
said, I'm
did
going to
so.
school, I'm going to be a nurse, and that's what I'm going to do. By God.
That's what I did. I did.
yeah, she's a good one.
Where do you work now?
Right now I'm working at UAB Highlands.
Oh, wow. So you're like hauling every day.
Yeah, I've been a travel nurse for some time, but I got a 2-year-old, so that kind of shut things down. And I got married, so that kind of shut things down for me quite a bit. So I've been home, but I do drive to UAB. I also work at Gadsden Regional too.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just part time at both of them.
And see, I can't even look at like blood or
Honey.
body fluid. Like the thought of like having to
Yeah.
I mean, somebody from the.
Yeah, it's not for the weak. I'll tell you
No, it's not. No, it's not. I don't know how you do it. Hats off to you.
Thank you.
And how has that been in the coronavirus? Y'all knew I had to.
Depressing for the most part. You know, it's you just never know. It's rough every single day, but you know we're making through. So
Well,
it's here. We just gotta deal with it.
yeah, the best we can.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you do?
I work for Dr. Sledge, just medical assistant, work at patients, do the same thing.
So, the medical people here. Are you guys friends with the coaches' wives of other teams? Bo wants to know.
No, not
That was a terrible transition.
No,
I
I didn't say accident. I was just saying, y'all don't have a circle of friends from other teams?
No,
No?
I can't say that I do.
I like that. Keep it in house.
I like it.
Know your people. Except for you, Laura Ellen. You're my friend. But I like that.
Yeah.
You're not from Piedmont. You ain't my friend. Except for you, Laura Ellen. I'm kidding. This is, I mean, it's hard though. It is hard.
It's hard.
It is.
Yeah, it really is.
That's-
Like, when you're married with kids, you both work all the time.
Boy, you're really making marriage sound like it's a fun thing. When you're married with kids.
Yeah. It's different. Like, you know.
It is. Well,
It's a challenge.
it really is. It's
It's
hard
a
to find
challenge.
people that are the same, like-minded as you. And
Right.
then you find that you got to kind of have friends
Right.
that have kids the same
Yeah.
age or else.
Right.
I
It's-
found out real quick that you don't have any friends once you get married.
We should start a workshop though on how to find friends in your adult life. But the problem is do you really want them?
I don't have time for them anyway, so it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter to me.
Like it sounds good to be like me and the girls, but like when would I go out with the girls? I'm always with the guys.
Yeah.
One of the guys, we Bert. We watch football.
Well, and
We don't work.
another sweet story that I will tell about Kevin and Ollie's years of coaching together and was in 2002. That's when Brady was born.
Oh my God,
And
I'm
Kevin
old.
and Ollie were coaching together at Emma's Handsome. And Brady was born 2 months, or 2 months premature.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap.
And so he was immediately taken to Birmingham. And I had to stay in Gadsden. So Coach Smith and was with Kevin, stayed at the hospital with him. So, you know, there's a lot that they have been through
Right.
that, you know, a lot of people don't know,
Yeah.
Right.
you know. So,
That's sweet. And here, like, guys don't typically think, like, I should go to the hospital and hang out with my bros because he's having a hard time. Like, guys are like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll text you the score updates.
Right.
I mean, that's, and then it kind of, well, it again, like, when your spouses can be friends with your other, like, with your other friends, like, that works out so well.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you guys, like, sit together at games and things?
No, just because, you know, I have my family. I have Kevin's mom and dad and my dad. And so we kind of, you know, sit our family. But we, you know, we all sit together, but not like, hey, Mesha. Girl,
And really, truly, I just sit right across from
Yes,
us. Like,
yeah.
we can look at them and wave at them, but we just kind of sit right across.
To be fair, y'all stadium is really big.
It
Yes.
is. It is.
Like, even sitting next to somebody is,
Mm-hmm.
you're socially distanced, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Gadsden City, social distancing since, when did it become a thing? When was it Gadsden City?
2008. 2008.
Yeah, so there you go. There you have it.
Mhm.
Trendsetters.
Mm-hmm.
Social distance in the stadium. Because that, I mean, it's huge. Like, I drive by and Madden's like, Mom, does Big Al play there? And I'm like, no. No, he does not. But, I mean, it's big.
Mm-hmm.
It is big. And how's the, I mean, like, I feel like with it being such a big school and there being so many, like, everyone coming together and, like, meshing all the schools, how's the culture there? Like, because I know that, like, if you were to take, like, Piedmont and Jacksonville and Spring Garden, there'd be some rumbles. Like, I mean, there would be straight up. I'd lead them. It'd be fun.
Well, I think as the years have gone on, I think at the very beginning, maybe there was, you know, just trying to mark your territory kind of thing, you know. But as the years have gone on, the administration and the coaches, they have, you know, they have been able to pull everyone together. And I think from what I understand, and I may be out of line, but they had talked about doing that with the middle schools, like for the sports.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right now the middle schools are still standalone.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're still separate.
Yeah. And so, you know, I think that, you know, if they do that, that's going to even be better once they transition into high school sports.
Oh, for sure. You just can't put a price on playing together like your whole life.
Right.
That is tremendous. We were asking, do your husbands have any superstitions?
Yes. When Kevin was head basketball coach in Sansom and at Southside, especially in Sansom, he would wear the same tie. Because that was back in the day when he wore, you know, the tie was the thing. And, oh my goodness, you know, it was always had to find that tie. It was like, I'm playing so-and-so tomorrow night. I gotta have that tie. And I'm like, okay. So then, you know, every year it was a new tie.
Okay, so at least swap it once a
Yeah, it
year.
did change. And then the only other superstition was a certain pair of underwear.
That's my mother. Why are you poking your head in here? So does Coach Ollie have any?
No, not really. If he does, I don't know anything about him.
Do you have any?
No, not really.
You're just so cut and dry. Like, look, we're gonna play a game. I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna wave to hey Holly, how's it going? It's nice to see you out here on Friday night. Coach the game. Gather up your things. Go hug your husband. Does an excellent job. Bravo. And then go home and hang with the 2-year-old.
Pretty much.
I like
That's
it.
mine.
That's there's
Keep it simple.
I like that.
Is there ever a time where you have to remind your husband, hey, you're not a coach here?
Yes. Oh,
Every day.
yes.
Every
Yes,
I can
most
see
definitely.
it's hard for them to come out of coaching mode,
Yeah.
and you have to be like, hey, it's home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Well, and then speaking of home, I want to know if you guys have any advice for coaches' wives that you would like to share. And I mean, these have been all over the map. Like I always bring up Rachel Smith's, buy a toolbox, and I remember thinking, it's not going to do me any good. I can buy it all day. I don't know how to use anything in there except for a hammer with these man hands. But then Roxana was like, love him,
Yeah.
and
Just balance. Find balance early. It's hard because when you first get married and then you start having kids, you're the one always having to do everything, carry him to the doctor, carry him to do this, do that. And then it's just finding balance.
Yeah.
And when you finally realize, okay, he's not going to come in till 11 o'clock tonight. And you get that anger of, gosh, I've got to give him a bath and feed him and go to the grocery store. When all that's over with, then it's like, okay, it's all good. So just balance.
are you going to piggyback off of that?
Well, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. Yeah, and I would say too, from about April or May to November, do not plan to go anywhere.
Ever.
Do not plan anything because football is life, and we are not going to steer off of our schedule for anything.
No.
So don't you die. Don't you do none of that crap from May, June till November.
Do not die until December. Hold on to it. I like that.
I'm just saying,
I mean,
I know that's a little,
Well, I could drop dead during an Alabama game, and Ben Spellman would step over my body and roll me under the couch. And at halftime, he might be like, "Oh yeah, she's really good."
I
And
might
then
need to do something.
He'll continue to cheer
Yeah.
and stomp his little feet. He gets so mad. Like they can be up 152, and he gets so mad. Our hands are the same size, so this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
And so, I feel like he might roll me out after the game and be like, hard out.
No, you'd have to watch Saban's
Yeah.
after game speech and then.
Yeah, then we'll be like, yeah, she's dead. He might just drop me in a trash can. I don't know. Who knows? But well, thank you guys for being here. We so appreciate it. And you have just caught another episode of Friday Night Lives. I don't know what week this is. I quit counting. I'm having so much fun. But this is brought to you by Aligned Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. And when you're looking for that, look for Michael DeLozier. He's the handsome bald guy in the suit, and he's right here in Rainbow City, so you can just come visit him whenever you want to. Thanks, guys.